There are so many goddamn Spider-Man figures. They come out with new ones like every week. So you're probably thinking, oh, okay, cool. It's another new Spider-Man figure. What's the big whoop about it? It's not that crazy superposable one from Spider-Man 2 where you could like bend the fingers and shit. By the way, still looking for that one. So if you can hook an N-word up, drop it in the comments. But in this ocean of Spider-Man figures that we're drowning in, there is a recent release that is superposable, comes with a bunch of figures, and doesn't have to be imported from buttfuck Japan. Glory be to Hasbro, inshallah. We have the Maximum Series Spider-Man figure. Now, I'm not entirely sure when they announced this line. I saw it while I was browsing on Big Bad Toy Store, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. Like before this figure, the pizza eating Spider-Man from, those years ago was kind of my grail and my really like go-to Spider-Man figure. Fucking awesome, like more than you could ever want. Maybe not as much as individually bending fingers, but we can also see here that he does have multiple heads. He's got a Spidey Sense head where one eye's kind of like, and then he's got the Peter Parker head, the normal head, and just a whole bunch of fucking hands. So let's go ahead and get this guy open. A little bit of tape here at the bottom. Trying to get this without bending that front panel. Here we go. All right, it comes with this little. What the fuck is this? Okay. All right. So the inside of the box does have this. Oh, okay. Separate pieces. So 2 separate pieces of plastic for you environmentalists out there. And then yeah, it's got comic panels, Marvel Legends, nothing, no full pictures. It looks like cropped versions of panels, if you guys can make any of that out. And so I mean that's always fun. Now, as far as the figure itself, they even give us a stand. Wow. Okay. It's not a very sturdy feeling stand, but I appreciate the thought and the effort that they put into that. So that's very nice. Okay, other way. There we go. Bam. Okay. So we have 2 web crawling hands right there. Let me get that in. There you go. And so he has, the fingers the fingertips are like bent outwards to make it look like he's putting pressure on them. And yeah, he's got 2 of these, which is really cool. We got all, the little detailing on them. And then we have 2 web shooting hands. Only one hand is actually shooting the web. The other one is about to. Oh. So yeah, this is his left hand. It's about to shoot the web. His right hand is shooting the web. So luckily, if you're like trying to photograph him and you want him to be shooting gloveless, come on, autofocus. You want him to be shooting gloveless with the other hand. Spider-Man has a symmetrical design, so you can just flip the photo that way. And then then there's the web shooting hand. And then we also have a couple of hands with the web already sticking out, which is awesome. We have some we have some long strands of web here, and the webbing is like, it's not stretchy, very slight. It has a slight give, but it's a rubberized plastic. Can this stick in anywhere? It doesn't look like it attaches anywhere. And it's the, for those of you who read the comics, it's the McFarlane webbing. So the center string with the coils around it. Trying to get autofocus to play ball here. But yeah. So that's really cool. We got 2 of those. And they even end in like a little like splayed tip there. If you can see that, which is really fucking awesome. Okay, so we have punching hands, we have grabbing hands, we have web shooting hands with and without web, we have web shooting hands without gloves, and we have wall crawling hands. And that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pairs of hands. So you get 12 hands with this fucking guy, and that's freaking awesome. Now the torso is a little long, as you get with Marvel Legends figures, and that that happens. Let's see, we got the Peter Parker head, we got the other Spider-Man head. Oh, thank God, it's a softer plastic. It's still a little brittle. I'd be careful with this. So the Spider Sense is like a plastic little crown that just kind of fits over the top of his head like that. So if you wanted to, have his Spider Sense tingling, you could just slip that on and slip that off. That's really cool. And then for you Maximum Carnage fans out there, he does have the web shield, which snaps right on. Awesome. And so yeah, so the web shield has a little plastic C hook in there that can actually bend down, I guess, for like storage, which is pretty cool. Now it does fit on a little snug, so I would be worried about maybe like the paint kind of coming off over time, because you can feel the resistance when you put it on. And like I said in my WWE ring unboxing video, the Hasbro does use like a softer plastic on their figures, especially their Marvel Legends. So I can see this maybe causing some problems like years and years and years and years down the line, maybe. But that remains to be seen. At least as of now, I can take it on and off, and it's not really fucking up the paint job at all. So that's good. Okay, next we got a big old grabby web. And so again, I don't think this can connect to anything unless, actually, hold on. Okay, never mind. I thought there was like a little hole here in the web shooting hand where you could like put in the accessories, but there isn't. It's just a solid piece of plastic, so we'll slip that back in there. So we got this. I'm not sure where this is supposed to. I'm not sure how you're supposed to pose with this thing, because it doesn't really attach anywhere. And oh wait, no, okay, it's really hard to see, but there is a tiny little hole right there. Come on, autofocus. There is a tiny little hole right there where the stand can go in, and there we go. Next is the Money Shot web. So if you have like a Black Cat or an MJ or a Gwen Stacy that you want to pair this figure with, that's what this web accessory is for. Does it also have the hole for? Yes, it does. It has the hole right there to be mounted. And so there you go. So you got all these cool accessories. You got 4 different web accessories, 3 different heads, 12 hands. All sorts of cool stuff that you can really mess around with and get a lot of fun poses out of this. But all of the accessories in the world don't mean shit if the figure itself sucks. So let's take a look at the figure itself. Now, a quick note to collectors out there who, like me, like to open the toys, play with them, and then put them back in their packaging. Some of these accessories are really fucking hard to put back in. So if you want to try to preserve the packaging, I would very highly recommend, like if you're that level of collector, I'd highly recommend just buying a separate one to keep it in the package, because like it's with the regular shaping of pieces, especially like the webbing here, it's hard to get it in, and I feel like I'm gonna be fucking up this plastic, like pulling it in and out all the time. So I'm honestly just gonna keep this one out of the packaging and just, easily accessible. So if that's a thing that's really important to you, like if you want to be able to play with it and keep the packaging as pristine as possible, just get a second one, man, because this, it's kind of a bitch to get back in there. All right, here is the Hombre Araña himself. You can already see the paint looks great. The blue, it's a really, my lighting makes it look a little brighter in camera than it is in real life. It is a very, very dark, like navy blue. Maybe if you're seeing this figure from far away, you're gonna think it's black and red. But nah, it's just a really, really dark blue. I know a lot of people do prefer like the brighter colors. So if that's, a deal breaker for you, that's, keep that in mind. Now, as far as his articulation goes, first off, when you're looking at the figure, there's going to be a couple things that look kind of funny. His neck is really fucking fat. Now, I don't know if maybe you can see it on camera or not, but when I'm looking at him dead on, he kind of looks like his neck looks really fat. His chin looks very, very tucked back, but the profile doesn't look right. It's just certain angles he can look kind of funny. His neck looks really thick and really long, but we'll see how that goes. Now for the head, he can't look back that much. He can't look straight up, but he can kind of look up at an angle. Let me see if okay, that took a little bit of wrestling to get the head out. So the ball can go back that much. So if you really, really wanted to get him looking straight up, you're going to have to pull the head off of the ball just a little bit, and then you'll need to kind of rest it in there. And then as you can see, he kind of has the whole Pez dispenser thing going on here. But if that's what you got to do, then that's what you got to do. He does also have an extra little joint here at the bottom of the neck. It's not very flexible though, that you really don't get a lot of give in that. And the head's a little tough to take on and off. Tilting the head side to side too doesn't really. It's a little bit not super expressive. And then looking down, that's about as much as he can look down, which it's that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. He's got butterfly joints, which I love. You can really get some of the hardcore weird swinging poses. But something like that you can really get him into some really good poses like that because of these butterfly joints. And so it's great to see these kinds of joints being put on these figures. Now these joints are a little stiff, but I wouldn't say you know, you got to hit them with the hairdryer. I think just moving them around a little bit will really kind of get you where you need to be. Shoulders do go up and down. They do rotate, bicep swivel. Here we go. Double jointed elbows, and that is what I'm fucking talking about with double jointed elbows. My man, he can get that in there. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. See, that's what I'm talking about. Even with the bicep, they can get him to do the full fucking bend in. I love that. Storm Collectibles, you guys can do better, especially at your fucking price point, because holy shit, that is beautiful. Bam, absolutely amazing. Now we do have the forearms that come off because the gloveless web shooting hands, it's like his whole forearm. And so that gives us an additional swivel too, just by means of having to be detachable. We do get the wrists too. And there we go. It's a little tough to bend. This one actually might need the hairdryer just a little bit, but I can feel it loosening up with the application there. All right, now we come here to the, wait, is this a double no, okay, no, it's not. So we have the diaphragm for the upper abs, and that bends forward about that much. Oh, wait, there we go. So you love butterfly joints. About that much. Bends back about that much. With the ab crunch, you can get a pretty decent, like, yeah, and back. Now, I know a lot of people don't like ab crunches because you get this kind of unnatural shape here with them, but I don't know. I'm fine with it. I much prefer the poseability rather than like the super realistic profile. Now, when we look at the legs, they actually have something really interesting here in the legs that helps with poseability. So you have kind of like it like comes down. There's an extra joint inside where the hip connects to the crotch piece that lets you just move the entire leg up and down. Now, when you have it extended, it kind of looks like it's popping out of the socket a little bit. And yeah, that just gives you a lot more leeway to really kind of get freaky with it, and to have Spider-Man really, because when you have it, when you have his leg like still in the cavity here, you can only bend up so far, but once you move it down, bam, you can get that, you get some weird shit, until you can get some truly Spider-Man-esque poses with this kind of shit. And even like some really good like web crawling too you can do with how much he can raise his knees now, and that's incredible. That is incredible. And so yeah, so we have the upper thigh swivel, we have the double jointed knees, which are also fucking beautiful. We have the calf swivel. We have, let's see. Okay, yeah, so we can extend the leg, and we've got ankle pivot. Awesome. And then toes. And peg holes and stuff for the bottom. We got, yeah, like the serial numbers. Hey, China, that's what's up. So overall, yeah, this is a huge recommend from me. The figure is great. The accessories are awesome. The posability is really fucking amazing. Yeah, 100%. I have no doubt that like any of these poses here that you see on the box, even this crazy one, you'll be able to make that happen with this figure, and I love that. I mean, as a kid, I remember, buying toys or being bought toys and having pictures of the figure doing cool shit on the box, and then you can't get the actual fucking figure to pose like that, and just it was just always a bummer when that happens. And so it's great to finally see a fucking toy that you can do it with. So yeah, I mean, I definitely say check this one out. I'm hoping the Incredible Hulk one is just as good when I get around to getting that one. So I want to thank you all for watching. Let me know if you have this figure, if you've been on the fence, what have you been thinking, what are your thoughts? Drop it down in the comments. Or if you have another Spider-Man figure that you think trumps this one, yo, drop it. I'd love to check it out. So I will see you guys next time. This was GummySharkGuy. You guys be excellent to each other.